Good morning. Welcome to Full Circle Ozarks.
Good morning, Full Circle Ozarks friends and family. We're going to take you along today to look at some projects. What kind of projects you got in mind?
Well, we had it kind of laid out what we was going to do today, but one was going to burn some brush, but at 40-mile-an-hour winds.
That kind of knocked that out, didn't it?
Yeah. And then the rest of the week we was going to do some wood cutting and sawmilling, and it's supposed to rain, so yeah. So
yesterday I was out trying to move a little bit of brush and all, and I was just driving through the edge of the field, and the tractor just started bogging down. So I said,
yeah,
I got to give it some
Yeah.
time to dry out. But what we do want to do though is to kind of take you along on a quick little trip. We're going to discuss where we're going to maybe put our chicken run and
chicken house or chicken coop. I don't know what you call them. See, when I was growing up, we had a chicken house, like it was big, and we had, we would walk in there. It was probably a good 10 by 12, I don't know. It was big to a little kid though. And now we're doing more of a smaller coop and a run. We're hoping once they get used to their place that we can just let them out and free range and scratch around.
And that's something important to me. I want the chickens to be able just to free range out on the property and all, but I also want them to have a safe place that we can put them up at night. And if the weather doesn't allow them to get out or whatever, they still have a nice run.
Yeah.
Outside the Coop de Ville, we'll call it.
Yeah. But the other thing is, we do have predators out here. Like on our game cameras, we see fox, raccoon, coyotes, and then during the day we see the hawks flying around. So, but today, just real quick, we was watching Cog Hill Farms. And they were talking about they had a goose egg that they were going to try to hatch out at the same time they hatch some chicken eggs, and just put the goose in with the chickens, and then the goose will just be part of that flock, and that a goose is a deterrent for the overhead predators.
Yeah,
we might try that.
Yeah, even if it's not a total deterrent, the goose will pick up on aerial predators and start sounding the alarm and all.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. But anyway, there's some hawks out here that we have to make sure the chickens are, have some protection.
A day like today, you know what my favorite thing is? We'll have to show them. Is muck boots.
Yeah, muck boots. They're a must out here.
We can't lift that high. But they are, I call them mud boots, but they're muck.
Anyway, if you would, come on along with us, and we're going to walk down here and maybe look at where we're thinking about putting the chicken coop. The Coop de Ville, I like it.
You do?
Coop de Ville it is. So we're going to show you where we're going to maybe build the Coop de Ville and kind of go from there. So come along with us.
Yeah, and put your coat on because it's a little chilly out.
It is, it's kind of cold. Let's walk on down here and kind of give them an idea. And sweetheart, that's pretty muddy right through there, so I don't think that I would walk up high. I would walk down lower here. Our grass here took off good, but it's still not seeded good.
Thick enough, I think.
Yeah, the mud is slick under it.
Mud's everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, I can feel it sliding there under us.
Yeah.
Okay, let me turn the camera around.
So down here is where we're going to put the chicken coop de Ville or whatever. And so what we're going to do is kind of walk it off to see, where exactly we want to place it. Now, I don't know if you can see this. Can they see the oak?
Yeah, they can see the big oak.
This is our big white oak, and we don't really want to block the view of that. We really like our white oak.
Yeah.
So we may go either on this side of it or that side.
And I will zoom back in case they can't see all of it. But matter of fact, let me do that real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, just to give you an idea, there's our big white oak.
She's so pretty. She feeds a lot of deer too.
Yeah, we love it. Okay, we're going to walk on down then and kind of walk off. I'm thinking about 3 steps one direction and about 6 steps in another, and that should give us roughly an 8 by 16 area. So.
Look at all the acorns still. Well, it's the acorn holes.
So even maybe
Start there.
yeah. Whoa, yeah, that's muddy, isn't it?
It is muddy.
We'll kind of line up that one stump right down there.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah. And we may move this rock here, so I'm going to go
That way.
this way about 6 steps.
Okay.
1.
There you go.
Whoa! One, it's muddy.
You need a rock?
Yeah, but before we do, I think I'd rather the end to be down here, so.
Okay, put a rock there and then come this way.
We are going to have to let this dry out. And they're calling for
Rain every day this week.
up to 3 inches tonight.
Yeah.
Or tomorrow. So here, I go back 3 or 6. 1, 2. Let's put a. Okay.
That I didn't even hit.
You didn't even hit my toe, did you?
No.
And about 3 this way. 1,
You need another rock?
2. Need another rock.
I better not throw it back.
And grab me that rock there behind you, and I'll just take it with me as I go. Oh, that one there. I was looking at that big rock.
Yeah.
Okay, naturally we'll square this off a little bit, but this will give us about 8 foot by 16, and it's close to the water spigot, outside water spigot at the house, so we'll be able to have good access to the water. We're not blocking the view of our big tree that we like. So I think the next step is to get some lumber building.
Yeah, which we will take you and show you why we're not doing lumber today.
Yeah. Why don't we go do that?
Okay, let's go do that. We're gonna take you guys and go with us. We'll stop at the sawmill
Yeah,
first.
let's go by the sawmill.
Yeah, we'll go by the sawmill.
I think you got our subscribers' viewers held and tipped downhill.
Oops. Sorry.
I don't know if they can see what's up ahead. You want to give them a shot of that? You can see the road there, how it's started getting rutted out yesterday.
Yeah, and that was just what, one, maybe two loads?
Just a couple
Yeah.
of loads.
Woo.
It's just real soft and muddy. So this area here at the mill is what we need to get dried out so we can get up here and mill some 2x4s. So
Yeah. Yeah.
as soon as the weather allows, we'll get the sawmill fired back up.
Yeah. And then we were also going to cut wood today, and we'll show you why we're not going to do that. me show you. See that? That does not make for good wood cutting.
And we don't mind the mud itself. It's just that it's really slick.
Yeah.
And I just prefer not to use a chainsaw, and start getting the wood cut up when it's really muddy out here. So.
Yeah. It wasn't even slick the other day, and I had the chainsaw and I tripped and with the chainsaw in hand and hit the wood pile.
Yeah, it's easy to happen. So.
Yeah. But
we have several cord of wood. I think we estimated yesterday, and we got maybe 6 cord of wood up here just ready to be cut up.
Yeah, we've just got to get it done.
And also, I wanted to show them the 16-foot log that I brought out yesterday.
Okay.
That we're going to be making one of the other projects. We're going to be making a bed for one of my 16-foot trailers. So we'll drive back up there.
Too pretty to use for the bed of the trailer, but here it is. Let me show it to you. Isn't that pretty? Let me see if I can get the end here. That's gorgeous.
And I've got several more of these that I've got to get up here, and again, it got muddy where I got this one from, and I had to kind of take a pause on that too. So we need this place to dry out a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is going to be what I will mill the lumber out of the trailer.
Yeah. Yep, that'll be great. So that's one of the second project probably is to do the bed of the trailer.
The bed of the trailer, yeah.
And it's a 16 by
6 by 16.
6 by 16. And then another project that we have lined out, of course all these will be done shortly, is we need to build a shed for the sawmill.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to get the shed built, and then, well, you can see the sawmill maybe in the background there, but that's just a temporary place for the sawmill.
Yeah.
We're going to move that down there by the burn piles once we're actually done burning. So.
Yeah, and then we've got someone that as soon as it dries out is going to come level a spot for the shop. That is a must-have soon, and so we will be. Oh, and then the swimming pool. Yeah.
Yeah, next to the swimming pool will be the excavator, right? Just saying, we need the excavator to dig out for the pool.
I know another guy that'll do that. That has an excavator.
Why don't we go up and show them where the shop's going to be?
Okay.
So. We'll drive on up here. We're getting ready to do the shop. One of the first things we have to do is decide for sure on the size of the shop.
Yeah.
We were thinking a 30 by 40, and sometimes we think a 40 by 50. So we've got to get that settled in our mind,
Yeah.
and then we'll finish getting this leveled off, and we'll get started on that hopefully in the weeks ahead. I don't know exactly when yet.
Well, the guy that was going to come out to level this out and dig and all that, it's too muddy to have his equipment up here. So
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. Yeah, that's okay. We got.
Well, why don't we drive back down by the burn piles, check those out, and then we'll get this video wrapped up.
Okay.
Well, folks, thanks for coming along on the ride with us as we're kind of heading back down. We're going to check the burn piles out, and they're still smoking pretty heavily.
Yeah, it was really odd because we had 2 burn piles. Well, one of them was just a big pile of dirt that had been our first burn pile, and we had not burned in like 3 to 4 weeks, and we took some dirt off of it to cover the other one, and it started flaming up, the one that we hadn't even used for weeks. So be careful with your burn piles.
And with them forecasting 40-mile-an-hour winds, typically I wouldn't mind burning, but not with that kind of wind.
No. Now this would be perfect to burn if everything's so wet. But
Yeah, let's get the view of the burn pile for them. You probably can hear the mud. As she was telling you, this one here was one that I think 2 or 3 videos ago that we had. I thought it was just dirt because I'd piled it up, and it had, it's been several weeks ago. But I was just surprised that one still had enough coals in it. Once I uncovered it, took some dirt off of there, and put over here on this pile here.
and of course it's still smoking.
This is the most recent burn pile.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny, the other day when I uncovered this burn pile here, and there's just a few ashes and all, but there turned out to be just a few coals, so I went ahead and packed it up really high, and that was early that morning, and those coals kind of dried it out, and then about dark 30 we looked out the window and the flames were just shooting up. So we let it burn for a little bit, but there were some cedar limbs on top of it, and they were sparking pretty good. So I came back down with the tractor and covered it up. So that's why I like to have extra dirt around. So I don't know if y'all ever watch Mike Morgan with Outdoor with the Morgans. I think they're in
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Mike makes a comment a lot that he doesn't like mud, and I'm with him on that now. This mud is painful.
It is painful, but well, that's all that we have for right now.
That's all we have right now.
We are going to go do something else.
Well, it would be a good day to get some videos edited. So
yeah.
So anyway,
and you might get some of the brush over there.
Yeah, I might work on that a little bit later, but I don't particularly want to pile it down here on top of the mud right now. So anyway, folks, thank you so much for joining us today. Take care, God bless, and we'll see you again on the next Full Circle Ozarks.
Bye.